Alright people, it's been a long time since the last time we made like that on a line, so I'm used to that a lot. So even not many people are going to be on this online stream. Doesn't really matter, because today I wanted to watch a couple of videos and decided to watch them with you. That's pretty much it. And also, don't know about you, but today I decided, after I finish this little glass of house wine, I will switch to this little cha-cha. Don't know about that though. Gonna be pretty strong though. Yeah. I already tried a little shot, like 30 milliliters, and it already got messed. I already get something going on. So yeah, I will wait for a little bit. I know Seagal now makes online stream on a frequent basis. This is pretty cool. But unfortunately I can't log in. Is the sound quality okay? 1 2 1 2 1 2. Because I don't think that I've used this microphone ever for live streams. So anyway, I'm going to start with one video that I really find really funny, and as you probably know, right now I'm working on series about comparison Kickboxer and Hard to Kill. But this video refers more to, actually it does refer to Kickboxer, maybe even more than to Bloodsport. My previous videos were about Bloodsport and Above the Law, and this video refers to a Kickboxer more, and I used it a little bit in this previous video, and I'm going to use it a little bit more in the second one, which is almost done. Will be ready, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, it depends on how much cha-cha and wine I'm gonna drink tonight. If I'll be able to wake up early in the morning, I will be able to finish it. Probably the day after tomorrow. Anyway, let's dive into the first video, which is not of a Space Ice or Sensei Seagal or Red Eye reviews, which I'm going to watch today, but it is very short. But there are two of them, two different videos. Each of them are very short. So the first video is this. By the way, you can leave a comment if anyone of you still remember watching Kickboxer. How do I leave chat and not watch how I am on the live stream? Okay. So he's like in the pool with chlorine level very high. And the second video is even more funny because it is much more new. I don't know, maybe some of you have already seen it. So Van Damme is in Star Wars as R2D2.
We're not interested in the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon, it's fixed! Just open the door, you stupid lump! I never doubted you for a second. Wonderful!
Did your men deactivate the hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon?
Yes, my lord.
Good. Punch it!
Did you press the stop button? No, did you? No?
R2, do you copy?
R2, activate elevator.
31174. Come in.
Stop! Stop! R2, we need to be going up.
Not down. Now, that's better. 3PO! Come in, 3PO! Shut down all the garbage matches on this engine level! What?
Shit, this shit, I've watched it several times. What is this? Watched it several times, and each time it is still funny. The next one probably is Sensei Seagal, that he is 42-year-old broke loser. I don't think that he is a loser. I don't know about being broke, but he's... I don't consider myself loser, and I'm 100%, yeah, 100 times, not percent, not 100 times less successful than this guy. So, yeah. But buy my course for success. And Space Ice also will be left for dessert. Haven't watched the guy. I don't know how long. His recent video is about Morbius. Even AVGN already covered this movie. Already. But hey, there is Steven Seagal. Classic. Starship Troopers. One of my favorite movies, by the way. Steven Seagal again, finally. Surf Ninja. Rob Schneider. It does ring a bell, but I don't quite remember. New York Ninja, have no idea. Steven Seagal, here we go. Blade, never watched a single movie of this. Last time I saw Wesley Snipes was in The Demolition Man. Somehow Blade went completely missed Blade. But let's watch Red Eye review. Do you know why? Because he is talking about TC-2000. Not gonna say that it is my favorite movie or something like that, but still, every time I saw it on TV in a program that is gonna be shown, every time I tried hard to get to it. Still, I don't think that there is an instant when I could watch it from the beginning till the end. Most of the time I missed the beginning. And most of the time, not most of the time, always I watch it only for Bolo Yan. Actually, I don't and Matthias Hughes is pretty good there too, but Bolo Yan is the best.
TC-2000, the cross between Demolition Man and Bloodsport, starring the man
How is it that cross?
who is 70% neck, 30% peck, and 100% badass, Bolo Young. The man who comes in peace but means something else entirely, Matthias Hughes. And finally, the most stable headstand in the business.
Good all the references.
It's Billy. My gun is never loaded with blanks.
I think that I saw this guy Billy Blanks only in this movie. I don't recall any another movie I watched with the guy. That was my sound. Yo. How is my sound? If we turn the microphone. One, two, three. Yo, this is better. Oh shit. This is the correct. Yeah, this is the correct side. All right. Oh, there's a sign over here. Okay.
So sit back, turn off, tune out, pull out, and explode, because this is Red Eye Reviews. We learned that some time ago, a virus wiped out a ton of people. During this time, all the Richies went underground to survive, while the surface became a lawless hellhole, just filled with too many theater majors and honestly not enough bullies. We see our man Billy Blanks. He works for the rich people, and his job is to patrol the surface and make sure that their underground entrances are safe. They also wear welders' masks, I don't know, just in case they need to fix something. Who needs to see while driving? They don't. But while one patrol is out in the streets,
Yeah, this outfit looks ridiculous.
Get attacked.
But can you appreciate the motorcycles that look like Cybertruck?
Need to fix
By the way,
something. Who needs to see while driving?
Maybe Elon Musk took the inspiration from TC-2000.
They don't. But while one patrol is out in the streets, they get attacked.
Look out!
And that super secure laser door that we were all moderately impressed with is easily defeated. As it turns out, all you need to do is bring a dead guy with you, and it falls apart faster than everybody's New Year's resolution. We do, however, manage to catch up to them and give them a solid ass whooping.
It is always better to run from cops than dealing in a confrontation. I think. Why did he kick? This is. Last time I also watched some movies. They also throw something at the bad guy, and he is trying to catch it. Like, is in America it is a common thing that you have to catch anything that is thrown at you. Because I saw Steven Seagal in Hard to Kill, and the guy throwed. It was something of a spire or some stick, he throw it, and even though it was flying like half a meter or even a meter away from him, he still dodged it. He didn't try to catch it. But whenever Steven Seagal, for example, throws something at some shit at random people, they are trying their asses off to catch it.
Back in the headquarters, we try to figure out just what went wrong.
Attention. Return to security status.
I'm going to
Computer
go ahead
is
and
not
start
working.
with the obvious reason. Probably, turning your computer on would help. Seems like somebody lied on their resume. But we meet Matthias Hughes. He's wearing just the cutest little top.
Is he Matthias Hughes? I thought he was something like Matthias Hughes.
Shows just enough cleavage, but still leaves something to the imagination. A little nip.
Those 90s outfits.
Little nip, not too much. It's a great look.
That's exactly what we wore.
But they get in a good old sparring match.
There's no way Billy Blanks can beat the shit out of Matthias Hughes.
Back in the control room, we learn it's Bring Your Karate Kid to Work Day. All of these guys looking just adorable in their little bathrobes. Hey, I took karate. Yeah, I did. I did the splits in karate class. Not on purpose, mind you. It was my friend Scooter. We were outside after class because I was not a good fighter. Out on the surface, we meet Bolo Young. He gets in a fight with Hurley from the TV show Lost.
Finally, we're seeing Bolo
Also-
Young actually fighting. Dude,
When I googled
the Bolo Young is fighting.
me that the biggest mystery from Lost is how Hurley never lost any weight, which is so good.
Bro, that's the
Also,
that's the best
That he
thing
had
of
an
this
imaginary
movie.
friend that forced him to
Bolo
eat
Young
all that
fights
junk
and you're
food.
covering it with some
And
random
that
shitty text.
This might be my favorite piece of
About it,
TV show trivia I have
a dude that I don't even know.
ever learned. But
This
Hurley
some Steven Seagal shit.
takes a court jester hostage and Bolo still wrecks him. You see, folks, jesters are awful and they're hollow on the inside. Therefore, no internal damage necessary.
This is
Back
Dimmak.
outside, more of our guards get attacked.
Why do they wield their helmet to drive motorcycles and wear motorcycles helmet to wield?
Oh man, if only they could have seen this coming. So they sneak back into the underground using their human coats. Billy and his partner give chase.
Frame tunnel. They're into quadrant 13.
God, they must have got Unit 10.
We also are introduced to standard issued helmet number 2, which just appears to be a sparring headgear. I mean, hey, it's practical and it's safe. But being pinned down, our girl has a brilliant idea. Oh, shucks. I really thought the old ghost jacket haunting gun thing would trick them. Look at their leader. He's shooting the jacket out of sheer pity for just how stupid that idea was. And even with all that,
You see, throwing shit at people seem to be working.
she still ends up getting shot and she dies.
No!
And rather than just attack Billy now in his weakest position, they just decide enough is enough and they leave. I guess they forgot why they came down here. I don't know, maybe too many hits to the head. Probably should have worn some karate headgear. But we tell Billy that she is dead. And then secretly we take her and we turn her into RoboCop. It's like RoboCop with,
I don't remember shit about this movie. Actually, I don't remember shit. I only remember that Billy Blanks, Bolo Yan was Shidoshi of Billy Blanks, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I remember about it.
no budget involved. And now that he thinks his partner is dead, he wants out of the program.
Oh.
And this involves surgery to, I don't know, remove his employee ID badge. I have no clue.
Why didn't you take care of him in the deprogramming room like I told you? There's too many people around.
Oh, yes. Well, you see, I would have killed him, but there were other doctors around. Yeah, dang it. No, if only I could have operated on him alone. Yeah, then no one would suspect me when he died. So they send some goons to his apartment to kill him. He also makes my favorite karate noise I've ever heard. He does, however, manage to get away, and he makes it back to the surface. Back inside the base, our Robo-Gal is ready for her big reveal.
Oh, this is Robocop.
80% human, 20% machine, 100% dedicated to its mission.
She's 80% human, 20% machine, and 100% dedicated to her mission.
Dude, we have already heard that.
Her makeup, her hair, her public image, back outside.
But all of those ridiculous haircuts. Everybody else have okay haircuts, but Billy Blanks and Boloyan, though their haircuts are ridiculous.
Billy stumbles into Bolo.
I didn't even know there was so many fights of Boloyan. I also only saw him fighting the big dude when he closer to the end of the movie. Definitely after the middle. There were so many of them. It is pretty cool because in other movies, you know, they don't even let him fight most of the time. But his style is excellent.
And as the police show up to break the group up, Bolo saves our man's life. We also see the lead singer of the hair metal band is out to kick some ass.
Even at the Tiger Claws, where he's supposed to be one of the lead roles, he barely fights.
After which, the insane clown posse groupie is like, "Hey, cop, you want to join my gang?"
Why
And the
not?
cop says,
I thought you'd never ask.
"Yep, sure do." You know, so her reprogramming is going really great. But back at Bolo's place, we get a mad exposition drop from this
Here we
girl
go.
who clearly read ahead in her script, you little cheater.
Bolayan doesn't know shit about how to talk English. Only very basic phrases consisting of like 5-10 words. He speaks only Chinese. That's his main flaw for the movies.
There are very few who do not know of Nikki Picasso. The population of the surface
He
world
has
was
no idea what's happening around, what's going on.
to be
But
eliminated.
he's still badass.
But there is some fear that someone will discover the key and activate it. So far, it has been impenetrable. They protect Terminal Station. Terminal Station is a chemical warfare plant. The lifers are a brotherhood of vicious criminals. When the ozone layer repaired itself, only the lifers will stand up to
I
Nikki
also don't understand what she is talking about, actually.
Picasso.
Nothing says we ran out of our budget like a 3-minute knowledge dump. So, to figure out what is up with the bad guys,
Come on, stop talking about the budget. One of the best movies, Coherence, is like one house and 10 actors. That's it. That's all the budget. And still it is pretty cool.
our heroes sneak into their base in the day through a glass pyramid directly above them. He attacks, and Picasso is like, "Hey, your friend is still alive. However, she drinks Red Bull now. She's got like a bike chain stuck in her hair. She's weirdly horny as hell. Honestly,
Hey,
she's a hot
robot,
mess."
I thought she was a robot.
Then they fight. And, you know, just like last time, at his weakest moment, they forgot what they were doing and they leave him alone. So once again, he gets out of it just fine. And cue our super erotic training montage. All sweaty and hot, kicking the air's ass like El Nino owes us money. We take a short break to get the audiobook version of the story.
Instead, it became the ultimate weapon of death. A man named Bertram Kinsella built Terminal Station to replenish the atmosphere.
And then, back to sexy time. Honestly, how their bodies aren't starting a fire right now is beyond me. We also see that Blanks must have gotten stuck in a fishing net at some point and just couldn't get it off, so just started wearing it around, pretending it was a shirt. As it turns out, Rocker Cop has tricked those preschoolers who, found the permanent markers that their parents hid. She tricked them to attack this other gang that controls a facility that can produce the biological weapons. Then, once inside, she will give access to the rich people so that they could use the biological weapons and take over the surface world.
Holy
because
crap, there's
they're tired of...
so much going on. I have no idea what he is talking about already. I think I already need some cha-cha. Biological weapons, conspiracy. Where is Bolo Yan and fights? That's the only thing I care. Okay. This shit is strong, like 70% distilled alcohol.
Being Ninja Turtles, I guess. It's kind of fuzzy. It doesn't make sense. You know what? Just move on. Oh yeah, and Billy Blanks is part of it. Yeah. So he pushes himself into the plot. He gathers a gang of hardened warriors. Well, let me rephrase. Hardened warriors, and then like some recently divorced dad who's, just trying to get himself back out there.
I don't remember that Boloyan being there so much. You know what? I think that I will consider to rewatch this movie.
So the two gangs fight each other.
I was pissed about his haircut because he was awesome in Bloodsport, of course, awesome in Double Impact, of course, and here, when they finally did give him some screen time, they made this shit when his hair starts like in the middle of his head.
You got me to the terminal station.
The rich people show up and they're like, hey, just pretend we're on your side. Totally are. Yep. Not gonna double cross you. And then we get probably the worst line I've ever heard spoken out loud.
Now it's time for Daddy's little girl to get down on her knees, isn't it?
What the
hell?
Because Daddy's little girl was much smaller when he made this lock.
That still doesn't make it any better. So, Billy, the boys, and, that one guy who up until recently was super into bird watching, they all follow, they go inside. We get into a big fight. Our dad goes to join in. He tries to help out. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have come along. And, in hindsight, hey, I don't know, maybe it's not too late to meet up with the guys at the model train store if you hurry up. At one point, Bolo Young scratches the hell out of a dude. Living out.
This like some Tiger Claw stuff.
our childhood dreams when we all clipped our
You
finger-
see? You see? His hairline is cut off. Here's his hairline should start. Who thought it was a good idea to start with a hairline from the middle of a head?
fingernails into points and pretended we were Wolverine. Eventually,
It does not look good. It messes up the face. Somehow.
Bolo and Matthias fight. Then again, at some point, they decide it's not nearly sexy enough. There we go. Yeah. Better get some baby oil in here.
You see? The guy is 45 or 46 in this movie. Close to 50, actually. And still kicking in. Huh? He still jumps and kicks like a beast. He's still a beast. That's awesome. Do you guys realize that he was like 41 or 42 in Bloodsport?
Here's stat. We also see that evil biological weapon is just two old school monitors not actually plugged in and this little tube thingy that launches bottle rockets. It's pretty sweet. I bet you can play the Oregon Trail on that bad boy. Sadly, we also learned that RoboGoth must run on Windows Vista because she has blue screened really, really hard. Yeah. Well, it's probably a driver update. And it's usually what it is. At one point, Matthias puts himself on the other side of a door just so we can use that punch that Boldo learned from JCVD during Bloodsport.
Yep. Yeah.
Our bros run
Matthias Hughes does hit back.
into the room. He calls IT. They tell him to try turning her off and on again. And it works.
What the hell's going on?
Now, the three of them stand
That was a good joke.
in front of the computer. They start guessing passwords to the biological weapons. You know, the ones that have been already launching into the sky every few seconds. I guess that's not doing anything. I honestly have no clue what the point of, like, any of this was.
6.
Alright. They're gonna send me those notifications.
4.
But we did it. we saved the day. So, oh yeah, the bad guy, forgot to mention this, he got hung by Picasso, and then the elevator broke.
I'll get you, Jason.
You know, so that's how their story ends, I suppose. And on that disappointment, let's head on over to Red Eye Reacts.
Okay.
Repeat.
He's still true to his format. The same thing that we watched like 2 years ago. That's the format keeps on rolling. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I changed a lot during those 2 years, actually. Frequently balancing between the different formats and genres. Trying to do this and that shit. And only after that I realized that Steven Seagal, or how Sensei Seagal calls it, Seagalianism, I guess. Yeah? The mastery of Seagalianism. Turned back to the roots.
Code 3, security alert.
This is what I imagined I would look like as a DJ. There's so many
Why DJ?
switches just to play Spice Girls techno songs on repeat.
Pretty sure that they are smashing the same buttons. Look at this chick.
Like as a DJ. There's so many switches just to place.
She does not turn it off or on.
Spice Girls techno songs on repeat.
What are they doing?
muscle pasta.
It's time to die.
It's time to get a new watch. Enhanced 3 times.
Okay, I don't mean to be a stickler with your magic CSI picture enhancer, but the part that actually bothers me is that you said enhance 3 times and the thing did it 4 times, and God, I hate that.
You want to see this?
Did you see that the screen was turned off and after that it turned on Zoom? This is pretty funny, because rather than that, before that he showed us a couple of clips and I don't understand where is reaction. What were they supposed to mean? Like good humor? They were not a good humor.
Sights. You've got to pay the price.
Yeah, you want to see the sights? You gotta pay the price. Because I am every guy in LA who sells the maps of famous people's houses, and then you go on the tour and you get really disappointed when none of them are outside.
I gotta take a dump, for crying out loud.
Figure out some way to do that while you watch that monitor.
Oh, the nerds already figured that out. Yeah, no, they did. It's called the battle bucket. Why don't you just go ahead and use your imagination as to how they use that?
TC-2000X is just fine. Really?
Oh, your TC-2000X is just fine? Really? Why did she turn into some horny biker girl then?
Who the hell are they? What are they doing here?
Who are they? What are they doing here? Who am I? What's my name? And that was all of it. I don't know why I said it that way. Thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you to my patrons. Each and every person on this list is
Dude,
truly,
when are
truly...
we going to see your face, bruh? I still think that we can relate to the guy. But look, seeing his face would be helpful. Even since Seagal revealed his face. By the way, how did this video do comparing to his other stuff? With Bolo Yan on the title. You know, in my video about the Bloodsport, how do I go to Yan on the title to the channel without clicking? Yeah, check a look. Take a look. You see? I couldn't resist not placing Van Damme on the preview, but Bolo Yan. But I know that it's gonna be less clickable than Van Damme, but still couldn't resist. My favorite, was my idol from in childhood. Yeah. So this is Terry Hulk Hogan. I remember the Thunder in Paradise. It looked cool. I don't know how it holds up today, but back those days it was really cool. Those beach, this awesome boat with all of those technical stuff. Dios Diablo, hey do you, what happened to the Penstock store? PayPal fucked me up after the war started. You know, the big one, that the war started and PayPal decided to fuck me up. Took all the money which were on an account and just told me that you're not gonna work with us anymore. Fuck you. That's what happened basically. Okay, next up, I really wanna to watch about Morbius. Guyver. I wanna watch Guyver for someday. It pops up in my feed for quite a while. Damn, that sucks. It does. Well, I already overcome it. Shit happens in life.
Morbius is the Jared Leto Roman Pierce mega blockbuster hit movie where they showed the world a movie that's always just about to get good but never fucking does. It starts off in Costa Rica where Jared Leto is being super weird again. Now,
by the way, Diaz Diablo, I'd be really appreciative if you would tell me if about the quality of the sound. Should I place this stuff, pop filter, and just took it a little bit closer to me? Cause I don't know. I never used this microphone before for streaming.
it's 25 years ago in the 60s. And while they know how to dress for the hospital...
Hello, Milo. My name's Lucian. No.
They're still super annoying.
Look at the freaks!
And I'm glad somebody said it. Then Milo goes down.
Nurse?
But Nurse ain't coming, cause frankly she don't give a shit. So he has to do it himself.
With one of these?
Yeah, it's a fuse, not rocket science. Who fucking cares? Turns out, IBEW Local 363, and they're losing their shit cause you're not union, so we have to let you go. It was all downhill from there, where he bottoms out at being Jared Leto.
His development of artificial blood has saved more lives than penicillin.
Well, that's Steven Seagal level stupid, and we're only 10 minutes in, so you know we're in for some shit. Back at the lab,
I
she
haven't
finds
watched
out
the
about
Morbius.
his dark secret.
Even though I'm into bad movies, I still did not.
Oh my god! You can't even put a massive cylinder in the middle of the room that connects to who knows where with its own ventilation system without your partner getting suspicious.
You know, you could lose your license for this.
I really fucking doubt it.
Dr. Morbius, it's Anna.
Oh, thank God. After playing medical Mad Libs,
Temperature's spiking and her kidneys are shutting down.
We have to induce a coma before she has a stroke.
I'm pretty sure she dies cause she's never seen her mentioned again. But who cares? Cause the mouse is doing that thing with its hands.
Michael.
They love it when he does that. Now they're on a cargo ship where real medicine happens. He nailed it.
We did it.
They feed him a guy as a reward when, oh shit, the Steven Tyler alarm goes off. Which sends everyone into panic, obviously, except for her, who tries to stop them, but they tell her she's crazy and to dream on. So while she's taking that literally, Leto's morbing all over the place like a total dick. Then later, oh shit, her liver rate is too fast, so she needs a banky before she has a diabetes. He checks up on her in the hospital, and they've got like tubes and medicine, and oh my god, is this a chart? What a fucking clown show. So he gets a bit tipsy, like a real doctor, and is gonna wreck Senator Trent's shit. But that pussy is a no-show.
Senator Trent?
Then Lurch thinks he died.
An unmanned cargo ship was discovered with
I think that
multiple bodies
if
on board.
Space Ice did the review, I'm pretty much sure he should have. if he shouldn't. And that I wanna see their take on Hard to Kill, because that was the first time I watched the movie for this series comparison with Kickboxer. And man, this is piece of shit. Again, there is no Steven Seagal movie I do like so far. Gotta watch Under Siege, of course. I watched it in childhood only, and wasn't impressed at all, even though everybody else were pissing their pants off. Maybe not everybody, but he was a big deal. And the friend of mine from Kentucky who visited me a couple of days ago also told that he was a big deal in the USA, which is pretty funny because his movies they are garbage. Hard to Kill is garbage.
But
It's
then
painful
doesn't,
watch.
I guess, because he comes to...
Only when I watch those people like Space Eyes, Sensei Seagal, or Read Eye Review, I can handle him. Because otherwise it is like me diving deep into the madness of Steven Seagal. And since he's all the people around him seem to be okay with his antics, it drives me crazy. Like, this modern word, gaslighting. Driving crazy a person.
Visit
Michael.
and sees Leto riding blood with blood
I'm
again.
gonna go for some tea.
Cause he's such a normal guy. Then Jack Sparrow's
is
around a bit.
bullshit.
And time. Anyways, it's great to see you, bro. Now get the fuck out. Tyson, get out! Unbelievable. Now, because they're heartless monsters, the FBI shows up
Agents Stroud and Rodriguez?
to ruin her Jello time.
These puncture wounds, those look like fang marks to you?
They are black and white, far away, and covered by clothes, but sure, whatever gets you out of here.
Sure. Let's go.
Then this lady loses her shit for no reason.
Tea with apples and orange.
It's just 4 miles of nothing. Don't you feel stupid? Then later, that hallway sure got a lot smaller, and she got a lot deader. But this is a hospital, so they had an emergency crash banky nearby. She's gonna be just fine. But not him, cause now the FBI's here,
Agent Stroud,
and they can f up anything.
your artificial blood actually saved my arm in Afghanistan.
Well,
This is boring as shit. Yeah, where is Hard to Kill? I know Hard to Kill, I don't know Morbius. Oh, he is also comparison. He is also comparing those movies. He compared the line Hard with the Hard to Kill. Out for a kill, contract to kill. Kill switch. So there's a conveyor of kill movies. Nutrition. Okay, let's watch a comparison. Lionheart versus Hard to Kill. I kinda remember Lionheart. Watched it much less than Bloodsport, but still, I've watched it a couple of hundreds times.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal were two of the 80s and 90s biggest action stars and bitter rivals.
Ooh, you see that complete difference in the delivery of the speech and stuff, how he does it today versus how he did it back those days. This is a development of a character. This is a development of him like a professional YouTuber.
You know Van Damme?
No.
You've heard of him. What do you think of his work? He was like a champion somewhere.
I think that's a matter of opinion.
That he was a
champion anywhere.
Thoughts on Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Can I laugh in your face?
I would love to see a Steven Seagal. He should lose some weight. And met the guy a few times. He's a nice guy. Doesn't like me much.
Today, we're going to find out who was better and compare their 1990 hit movies.
You see how much more chill he was than over the top and exaggerated he is now. Actually, for the last, maybe year and a half at least, he is much different than this.
Van Damme's Lionheart up against Steven Seagal's Hard to Kill. Round 1, the best fight. Both movies have amazing fights. In Lionheart, his fight
Hard to Kill does
against
not
a
have
Rowdy
fights.
Roddy Piper knockoff.
No, Hard to Kill does not have any fights. There are only pushes and signature move when Steven Seagal only stretches his hand and waits for an opponent to run on his hand and somersaults in the most ridiculous way. There is no fights.
In a parking garage surrounded by running vehicles is an all-time great fight scene and incredibly badass.
Scotland guy.
In Hard to Kill, it's really hard to tell the fights apart. So, it. We'll just go with this one. Classic forearm chop. Fantastic.
That's what he was. That's what he was training in front of Kelly LeBrock. And he managed to get tired even from this hand wavings. After that, he makes something like. Just like the barbell, empty barbell that he pushes from his chest. Empty barbell, he pushes it 3 times and gets exhausted after that. This is our guy, Steven Seagal.
Anyways, Point Van Damme.
Oh, he also did rounds. Oh. Ooh. Just like I do now. So, oh. Oh, but here, 1 point, okay? There is a difference. The big difference between me and Space Ice. Back those days, he made only 1 point. I do 10 points. There is no difference besides that, I guess.
2. More believable actor. In Lionheart, Van Damme plays one of the top 5 most believable AWOL French legionnaires participating in underground fights to support the family of his deceased drug-dealing brother in at least the last 10 years. In Hard to Kill, Steven Seagal puts on an Oscar-worthy performance as a coma patient, and he almost took this round in a landslide before I realized
the Oscar-worthy performance was when he woke up. Those. I wonder how he didn't manage to get any nomination for any award for those.
that
When
for
he
the
woke up
majority
from the
of the
coma.
movie, his character isn't actually supposed to appear comatose.
No words.
That was a close one, but I have to give the point to Van Damme. Round 3, better medical care. In Lionheart, Van Damme
Also named rounds, also took ridiculous stuff to compare. This is so similar to what I do now. I'm like carrying the legacy of Space Ice, but since he stopped doing that, I think that it didn't work out for him, so probably wouldn't work for me as well. Nevertheless, he did manage to go to almost a million views in 2 years. From the other hand, don't know, guys. I didn't plagiarize. I didn't watch his old stuff much.
He's the worst doctor of all time.
I thought that he only did some like trailers.
Here? Oh, man. These dudes did a number on you, Holmes. You know what you need, man? You need karate lessons, man.
No x-ray, no treatment. He just looks at his bruise, tells him he got beat up, and prescribes him karate lessons in an offensive Cholo accent.
You're gonna have to stay in bed for a month, Holmes.
Don't talk to nobody about my rib.
Don't worry about that, man. $100, man.
Have a nice.
He's basically the doctor from Idiocracy.
It says on your chart that you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
This is another one that should be an easy win for Seagal. As long as the doctor in Hard to Kill doesn't run around the hospital shooting people and trying to kill Seagal. Oh, god damn it.
Doc, he's dead.
I guess I have no choice but to give this round to Van Damme. Round 4.
Why? You best medical care. Seagal woke up from 7 years coma, even after being served with some. You remember those lines when the Kelly LeBrock offered him a little pussy? Even with the nurses doing this to him, he still managed to wake up. This is the best medical care I've ever seen. And right after that, he was ready to fight this killer.
Or better show of emotion.
Seagal deserves here a point, for certain.
In Lionheart, Van Damme gives us sadness.
It's because I told him. I'd always be there for him.
Happiness, determination,
That's true.
and
AWOL or Lionheart is a very intense movie. And Jean-Claude Van Damme, from Bloodsport to Kickboxer and Lionheart, I think those were pinnacle of his movies, because Bloodsport is epic in fights and musical background. The best music I've ever heard in any movies. It was one of the reasons I also liked music. Kickboxer had the best training montage, but also the compelling story with emotional involvement. And Lionheart is pretty much very intense in emotion, and after that, even though the movies are cheesy and over the top at moments, but still, they still hold up pretty much. Don't know about Double Impact, because I always paid attention only to Bolo Yan and their final fight and stuff in this movie. But rewatching Bloodsport and Kickboxer, they are not that bad. I enjoyed rewatching them. actually. After how long? Almost 30 years, I guess. Maybe a little less than 30 years.
Fear. Not to be outdone, in Hard to Kill, Seagal gives us joy, sadness, confusion, ecstasy, humor, jealousy, and you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and give Van Damme the point.
Yeah.
Round 5.
He deserves
the best
5 points
joke.
for that.
Strap in,
Easy.
because this one's gonna be painful. The best joke that I could find in Lionheart is Van Damme's opponent's really weird insult.
You're kind of pretty. I don't know if I want to fight you.
I know, but I did warn you. Hard to Kill actually gives us this.
You did. You did.
Oh, I forgot to lock the door.
Zeke and Co, hello
This
to you.
is a character that takes advantage
you,
of coma patients.
Please wake up.
Here we go.
But I actually believe.
do you realize how different the times were back those days? Harassing a coma patient.
Believe that joke
Here we go.
is far worse.
Ah,
Nobody gets a point, and Seagal loses one.
guys, hold on a little bit. I gonna figure something out to stop the table from shaking. Here we go. All right. We back again. We back again.
Round 6, the better runner. In Lionheart, Van Damme goes for a jog and seems to run like a normal.
This is ridiculous. We don't even need to see how Van Damme runs. We know who is the best runner from the start.
Human being. Let's see how Seagal does in Hard to Kill. And oh my god, what is wrong with his arms?
And legs.
Did nobody in the film crew notice this?
I think they did.
How was this left in the movie?
I don't know.
He has stunt doubles that will casually walk for him, but none to fix this atrocity. I don't know what kind of sick game you're playing here, Mr. Seagal, but 2 points for Van Damme.
I actually do regret people saying him that he ran ridiculously. I would rather watch the whole movie of Hard to Kill watching Steven Seagal running.
Round 7, best one-liner. Van Damme,
The most complete
after learning
athlete of all time. The most complete, the most full athlete of all time also.
that his best friend and manager actually bet all his money against Van Damme.
It's on him, man. The whole bet's on Attila.
Wrong bet. All right, not bad. What about you, Seagal?
Take that to the bank.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
He whispers through the whole movie. This is hard to listen. You know, guys, who whispers? It is not cool to whisper. It actually tells that you lack confidence. You don't want people to actually hear what you're saying. You don't. Basta. This is the basic knowledge. If you speak quiet, you lack confidence. Steven Seagal whispers through the whole movie. This is so hard to adjust volume when Happy New Year. Yeah, bro, Happy New Year.
That's not even so bad it's good. That's so bad it's just embarrassing. Point Van Dam. Round 8.
Nice.
Better opponents. In Lionheart, Van Dam fights a wide variety of highly trained and deadly prize fighters. In Hard to Kill, Seagal
In
fights.
Hard to Kill, Seagal fights only stationary 50-year-old dummies and people who just give him a hand in order for him to grab it, shake it, and do whatever Aikido bullshit he does.
Fights a variety of armed attackers that don't seem to know how their weapons work. This guy has a knife, but swings it far above Seagal's head even before he blocks it. And here, the bad guy just points the fire iron at Seagal and then runs straight in.
Because
Well,
otherwise Aikido wouldn't work. You have to run, you have to dash in front of a master with your hands stretched like that. I don't know what opponents want to do with that and how it's supposed to work in the real fight. But still, whenever I see Seagal demonstrating, and I think that Aikido in total, in general, this martial art doesn't work at all. It doesn't involve any training, any even basic fitness. Oh shit, you see? Watching Seagal, I always get angry. Because I think that people don't understand it, but you guys understand it. And that makes me much more comfortable.
Would work great for jousting. It's terrible everywhere
It is
else.
terrible.
And finally, this guy has Seagal dead to rights with a shotgun, but instead of shooting him, he just tries to push it through Seagal for some reason. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Point Van Dam. Round 9. The Best Gang. Both movies involve bizarre run-ins with gangs. In Lionheart, Van Dam encounters a gang whose whole identity involves
hold on.
the
Where did he confront the gang? Where did Seagal confront the gang? Only in the beginning, in the shop. For some reason, he waits for the gang to kill the shop owner, and only after that begins the theater. Because all of those, I see, this is much bigger, I have much bigger PP than you do. Oh, this is unfair. I gonna do a little cut off.
ownership of a payphone.
Anyway, it will grow up during my coma with my awesome beard.
Hey, cuz. You want to use our phone?
We'll go someplace else. Don't worry about it.
But you don't like my phone, cuz?
While that sounds bizarre, in Hard to Kill, Seagal just randomly drives up to some gangbangers who are working on a car, and they just trade cars like that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
like chupa caps. I don't know if you guys remember chupa caps or if you even had them. But yeah, this was ridiculous. You want my car? Because it wasn't even his car. It was a car of a friend of Kelly LeBrock, the doctor who went to China. He completely ruined his mansion. all of his property, and after that he traded his car without any documents. What? Documents? Shit like that. This is ridiculous. Kelly LeBrock told this movie is hard to watch when she was asked about it in the interview years later, and even in the promo that she couldn't tell the promo. Then I saw the Arsenio Hall. Even back then, she couldn't tell that it is a good movie. She told it will worth the money you spend to go to cinema, something like that.
And his Jeep looks like it's been in a war, man.
Seagal does warn them that the vehicle is stolen.
How hot is it, home? Smoking.
Which they actually seem happy about.
You got it, man. All right.
You got it, man.
Let's go.
Honestly, neither of these scenes make any sense, but at least Lionheart gives us some badass kicks.
Why Lionheart's scene doesn't make sense? The dialogue was pretty much on spot. That's kind of dialogue with people who you can meet in the streets. Whenever your answer is, they will turn it against you. There is no point to talk about that. Only if you show your personality, it can end up. Other than that, they will fuck with you anyway. This is pretty much how it happens in Steven Seagal's movie. In Hard to Kill, it is still it is not the worst of his movies. Let's be honest. Above the Law is much worse. Above the Law is a sleeping pill. Hard to Kill is a little bit better. And much better than the stuff he did after 2000s.
Van Damme. Round 10. Better main villain.
Shit.
In Lionheart, Van Damme's final opponent is Attila, a giant beast of a man who has never lost a fight and toys with his opponents.
Give him hope.
Before killing them. He also has some weird cat thing, like a Bond villain, which is totally badass. In Hard to Kill, Seagal fights a senator who spends most of the movie relaxing in a hot tub and hiding in closets. Point Van Damme. Round 11. Most athletic.
Round 11. I only do like 4. I only have time to do only 4 rounds in my video. There is already round 11. This is the pacing I would probably need to also adapt. Maybe I spend too much time explaining the stuff. Over explanation and shit.
In Lionheart, Van Damme gives us a dazzling display of jumping spin kicks. Performs intense manual labor. And does some sweet high dives. Not to be outdone, in Hard to Kill, Seagal gives us an all-time great training montage that shows him benching an impressive 45 pounds, punching some wood with flawless form, fighting and somehow losing to a tree, stick fight square dancing, and whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
Clearing the room from a sneaky fart before Kelly walks in.
This one is neck and neck, but I have to give a slight edge to Van Damme. Point Van Damme. Round 12. The better body. In Hard to Kill, Seagal comes in at the top of his game and blows everyone away with his perfect physique, free of any flaws like symmetry or muscle definition. This one is another coin flip, but I do believe that Van Damme, with his completely f***ing jacked look, puts him ahead by just a hair. Point Van Damme. While Van Damme does...
Steven Seagal looks like he never visits a sports gym. Did you see how he trained his triceps like that? This is ridiculous. This is basic stuff, how you train triceps, not like he does in the movie. And other stuff, he never hit the sports gym, guys. Even if he did, maybe only for this movie, to look a little bit less like this insect, which I compared him with, the prayer. Never mind.
Does appear to have a commanding lead, and Seagal has no chance.
And still it is his best physique.
Going to make this last round interesting and have it be winner take all. Final round, round 13, best fight in a handball court or in-ground pool. Everybody knows handball courts and in-ground pools are the most badass places to fight in. Lionheart gives us what we want and includes awesome fight scenes in both of them.
That's the only movie I saw someone fights in a pool. What is... Oh, a tennis court, something like that. I didn't catch how he names it. Yeah, tennis court. Tennis court is okay, but in a pool? That's the only movie I saw someone fights in a pool.
Unbelievably, in Hard to Kill, there are exactly 0 fights in either a handball court or in-ground pool.
I'm sorry, but
What the hell were they thinking? 5 points for Van Damme.
Dude, this video is made so well. So good. There is no surprise that he earned so many subscribers. Even from the beginning, as I see it 2 years ago, it was made so good.
And there you have it. The final score after 13 rounds is Van Damme 17, Steven Seagal -1. And it wasn't nearly as close as the score would make you believe. Congratulations, Van Damme. You're officially a much greater star, martial artist, and an all-around better human being than Steven Seagal.
Yeah, Yeah, even back those days, he was good at making videos. It was made really good. I wanna see what Red Eye Reviews also did about the Hard to Kill. Yeah, he did the review. So there are two versions, 4 years ago and 1 year ago. And I think that about a couple of years ago in a live stream we watched this version. I think so. Yeah, because when the era of Saboom Boom, which I think he took inspiration from the penguin I also used as a side character for my videos, sidekick. But I think I didn't see this one which was made 4 years ago. So how long does Space Eye Red Eye Review is making his videos? Boom 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 boom. 4 years. Oh, this was his fourth video. Fourth video. Back to origins, guys. First of all, we watched Space Ice. His original gangsta shit. Now we are going to compare him with Red Eye Review. Red Eye Reviews. And see how he changed. That was kinda conceptual. Because first we watched the latest videos, and after that we watched one of the first videos. And to be honest, I watched the latest video with the TC2000 probably only because of Bolo Yan. I'm not sure that I would watch it without him. For 17 minutes listening to the to the plot of TC2000, it's not something I would have watched if I wouldn't be a fan of Bolo Yan.
Welcome back to Karate Corner. I am...
His delivery is so much different from what it is now. Damn it! You can clearly see how YouTubers develop from the beginning to the end. I wonder how my first videos hold up. I never watched my videos. After I release a video, I can watch it 3-4 times to see the flaws, to see how it's going, and after that I never come back to it. Probably gotta check something out also from the early days. I think it's gonna be a little bit cringy. As for Space Ice, I gotta repeat it again. It was awesomely made. Better than what I can do now.
So glad to hear you guys are enjoying the series and enjoying the channel. Today we are looking at Seagal's second movie, the 19th.
How can this shit work in close combat? Can anybody tell me? You're gonna hurt your arm with this. This shit, when his signature move, when he stretches arm and an opponent hits his, I don't know what is supposed to be happening in the real fight, and it's, but in that and in this, if Steven Seagal ever, at least once, would meet an actual opponent, would do sparring with someone who knows something else than Aikido, I think his arms gonna hurt for months after only one fight. Because stuff he does. This is ridiculous.
90 Bruce Malmuth movie, Hard to Kill. Now let's start the video off with controversy right away. Steven Seagal did not get along with the director Bruce Malmuth, and in an interview after this movie said, and I quote, "I think it's a miracle that this guy can put one foot in front of the other." End quote. This is Bruce Malmuth we're talking about, the director of Karate Kid, but in this theory, Seagal knows best, so what are you gonna do? Now in this movie, Seagal plays Mason
also
Storm,
didn't like the movie.
probably the coolest name to come out of the 90s. He's a cop investigating the mob's influence on politicians. Wait, didn't I already do this movie? Nope, that was another movie. Okay, it's the exact same plot as Above the Law.
You're going to be very well compensated, Mr. Calabrese. Money now and a lot more when I get in that office.
Storm then hits a guy so hard he spins the wrong way and falls into him, and he gets away with some evidence of this politician's corruption. This movie also marks the appearance of Steven Seagal's iconic ponytail, and him and that ponytail find themselves in the middle of a convenience store getting robbed. And despite him shooting him in the chest, he still wants to say this very clever line.
Now you only got half of mine.
We gonna do another take of that, or no? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Storm then proceeds to kick everybody's ass and break this guy's leg with no effort, almost like a bendy straw.
Looks like you won the Oscar tonight, Storm.
He makes it home to his wife and kids, so everything's fine, and just kidding, everything isn't fine. Why is that light red? Called it. These guys know Storm knows about that politician dude.
That was a cinematographer language.
So they get rid of him.
But yeah, I don't know whom to blame for this movie. It is awful. It is awful. But I don't know whom to blame for it. Director or Steven Seagal, or both of them. Karate Kid seems to be iconic, even though I haven't watched it. Probably. Maybe in the deep childhood only once in someone friend's VHS. But I don't remember it.
And these guns are so loud it scares dead bodies. But we don't do two takes in a Seagal movie, so we move on. At the hospital, we learn Storm is dead.
Storm is dead.
And then a minute later, learn he isn't dead.
Your man's alive, Lieutenant.
This guy thinks he's playing Dungeons and Dragons and loots the dead body. We get a montage of that crooked politician's plan working out for him, and we see Storm is in a coma, and he's got one of those big old coma beards for some reason. We see what, in my opinion, is the greatest mug that's ever existed, and we get introduced to Kelly LeBrock's character. At this time, Kelly LeBrock...
The mug? What? Black by popular demand. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. That's some cinematographer language as
was actually
well.
married to Steven Seagal, and she only did this
director did try, I guess.
As a favor to her husband, and in interviews, instead of calling it Hard to Kill, she calls the movie Hard to Watch, or Hard to Believe.
Yep, no, Hard to Watch.
Would you like little pussy, JD?
Just a little bitty pussy.
Look what I've got here. Besides, you've got so much to live for.
What kind of hotel is this?
Okay, hold on. Did I get the right version of this movie? Oh, I didn't download Hard to Kill. I downloaded Too Hard to Kill. Not really, though. It's just this kind of movie. Okay, let's move on. So the power of boners brings him out of his coma.
I didn't understand the joke.
And Andy, totally going to get sued by my patient Stuart, informs the police as the instructions told her to do.
Do you recognize the Hank?
And then I don't know if these next scenes are supposed to be funny, but oh my god, are they funny.
And I'm gonna give you a massage, take you down the hall, make you feel all right, okay?
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Get me out of here. Thanks for the massage. You gotta stop and get me out of here.
If you feel up to it, I'll get you some lemon chiffon pie out of the freezer, okay?
Get me out of here.
One of the crooked cops, disguised as a doctor, shows up to try to kill Storm, but winds up shooting a magic...
I'm pretty sure that they were supposed to be funny, because when Kelly LeBrock drives him out of the hospital, she smashes the bed all over the place. It is of the guy who just woke up from a 7 years coma.
bullet through this guy's right shoulder and out the left shoulder. We then get the funniest chase scene through elevator. Door open and door closed. Door open and door closed. Our nurse then helps him escape and hits literally everything on the way out.
Yeah. And Steven Seagal is like, what the fuck is going on?
And hits
Look at his
literally
face.
everything on the way out.
Damn it, can you please be a little bit more accurate? Look at his hand. Look at his legs.
And hits literally everything on the way.
He is supposed to be unmovable. Immobile. But he is scared as shit. And how tall is this guy? He doesn't even fit the hospital bed.
The way out. Literally everything on the way out.
What the fuck are you doing? Careful, please. I'm trying to sleep.
She then takes him to a friend's place that sort of acts like a healing dojo, I guess, for him.
You know what? Maybe it is Chacha kicking in, but I think that this old comedic review is funnier than what he does now, for some reason.
That's what I need for my recovery.
Wow, where did you learn to write in Chinese?
Oh, he's been writing Chinese for like 57 years.
Maybe his delivery. Maybe because all of his reviews, Red Eye reviews, he doesn't use much sound from the movie. He does them mostly in plain silence almost. Only occasionally interrupting with the sounds from movies and clips.
40 years ago, and I've been perfecting it 40 years ago, or 30 years, 45 years ago, I don't know. Almost 50 years.
So the healing dojo works wonders because he's able to stand up.
50 years he is perfecting his this signature move with a stretching hand.
Told to sit down.
Why don't you go sit down?
And then our training montage begins, where he lifts some weights, fights some ghosts, punch some wood, stab this tree, and Storm is reborn. And then we get the most awkward love scene. I cut basically the whole thing out for you guys, but it legitimately is 3 minutes long of them just making out and grabbing each other. You're lucky you don't have to sit through it like I did. So Andy leaves the hideout, but gets tailed.
There is Premiere Pro when you can just skip forward. That's what I did. It is really
that the
awful.
Ford Scorpio had a horrible turn radius, and Seagal runs into an old friend. He tells him that his son is still alive, doing well, and that they can meet up and escape together soon. I'll save you the trouble of going through the horrible flashback scene I had to sit through. But Storm learns who the politician was that he saw earlier, and that he's probably the one behind trying to kill him. Because Andy got...
Only because of one phrase. Only because of one phrase that Senator keep on repeating. On secret missions with shady mobs and all of that stuff. He always repeat one line. You're gonna take it to the bank.
Tailed back to the hideout, another fight breaks out. This guy has a chance to kill Storm and doesn't for some reason. They almost shoot
waits.
Andy, but thankfully Seagal's stunt double is there to protect her. And he finds a grenade somehow.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know.
And then they break a world record for most amount of bullets to miss somebody. But I think the reason is because none of them are really even trying. This guy looks over his shoulder. This guy doesn't know where to look. These guys stop firing when he gets close. So to no surprise, he gets away. And he interacts with his first minorities in an extremely racist way.
Oh yeah,
good,
hermano.
Dude, I didn't catch those moments. And heck, I also somehow missed the moment when he fights a tree. in training montage. I didn't use it in my video.
Like my coach.
It is almost done, but maybe I will include it. But I didn't speak about it, and since it is already recorded, I don't know if I'll be able to include it.
We'll be seeing a lot of this in his career.
Smoking.
A little while later, they go and retrieve his camera from the wall of his old house.
Yeah, and blames hard-working dudes for doing their job lousy. How about that? He messes up with the wall, and all he says is, "You know what? You're contractors do a lousy job."
The way I left you.
It's exactly how you left it, as if the production crew put it in there maybe 2 seconds ago. He then blames the hole on the contractors because he's a horrible person.
I think your contractor's doing a lousy job.
We then learn the struggles of the mispronunciation of the name Andrea.
Under Andrea Smith.
Andrea Smith.
And the goons finally
Dude, it is Andrea.
circle in on Storm and play it real cool.
It is.
And they surround him and say,
Don't move, Storm. You're surrounded.
and he's like, you know I can kick people, right? And they go, Jesus Christ, he has feet. And they run away. Meanwhile, his friend is waiting at the train station with his kid. And
do you guys realize that he made it 4 years ago? It is pretty good. It is a pretty good video. It deserves much more than 74K it got.
and they run into some goons.
Yeah, me and my kid are visiting my mother in New Mexico.
His neck is high. Makes me trust him.
And during the fight, he sadly gets shot. And we get to see how Steven Seagal runs. How do you...
I really like his chill voice. I think that his chill delivery is on spot.
think he runs? Do you think it looks manly? Did you think it looked like this?
It is fun.
So he catches up to the bad guy, and I can't tell who he's more upset with. This bad guy or this guy's stall selling duck?
Yeah.
You might not think...
Fuck this hard-working mom and pop shopkeeper. Fuck him. I need to... I don't know what he needs to. He needs to push people. This push fool.
I think he deserves that beatdown, but I think he was masking for it. So now that he's taken out all the henchmen, it's time for him to come after the big boss. And Seagal is pumped. He's like, ooh, I'm gonna get you. Do a little karate kick. Tiptoe over here, little tap tap on the window, and I'm in. He tries to join a friendly game of pool. This poor dude gets obliterated, and he tracks down the second in command. We find out the props were not intended to be used as actual weapons.
This is not Steven Seagal. Guys, this is not Steven Seagal.
Actual weapons.
Why is it on high peak of watching? Look, you can already see this is not Steven Seagal. I know. I've watched a lot of his movies. This is not him. This is another dude.
How dare you break that? Our big bad guy had all day to plan, and this is what he came up with?
Yeah.
Now, this building looks familiar to anybody. This is the Greystone Estate. It's the same mansion that the Coen brothers used in The Big Lebowski. It's used in a ton of movies, but Hard to Kill somehow got access to it for this one. That's kind of cool. The cops show up, and it's tense for a moment, but then they say that they saw the film.
We saw the film.
And they know he was set up.
We know you were set up.
Yeah, that justifies you messing up with the whole town, with the whole businesses, with the poor guy who Kelly LeBrock house sitting was, and he got in China, and after coming back, he's gonna get in a big surprise where his property is completely ruined. acting like a jerk, but we saw the tape of some shady silhouettes. That somehow justifies all of the shit you've done. The guy in the tape said you can take it to the bank. This is Senator Trent. Only he does this line.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Hard to Kill. The next movie in this series is going to be marked for death. I'm looking forward to it for a couple of reasons. I know it's going to be entertaining, but it also marks the beginning of the partnership with Seagal and this guy, Jules Nasso. Jules Nasso had ties with the actual mob, and starting with this movie and a few more, we come to learn he was extorting Seagal and gets the real mob to threaten him. We'll get into that a little bit, but this movie starts that partnership, so I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for sticking it through to the end. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you have to do. And as always, stay happy and stay healthy.
Okay, so I guess this is it for today. Most likely. I would also watch Crowley Above the Law. Next time, guys. Cheers.